my garage barn that I have been utilizing for the last, I'd say 2 years, is gonna be torn down. It was condemned by the government. They're after me and they're pursuing me at all costs. And so they're gonna be tearing that down. So instead I've had to relocate everything to my secret hidden lair. And now it's kind of a disaster and a mess. So we gotta come through here. I gotta determine what we need to do to organize it. I think I need to buy some car lifts because I just have too many cars here. So follow me, let's walk through. So last time we were here in my secret lair warehouse, I think, in fact, the last time we posted a video, we still had like walls up, kind of demising walls. We've since torn those down. Our homies at Envision Detail use part of this facility, but the other part of the facility is car and toy storage for me and my business partner. So recently we took this out to 5 Mile Pass. This Cybertruck, we beat the heck out of it. We did break something else. Taste, what was it that we broke?
The steering rack and tie rod.
The steering rack and the tie rod snapped. Okay.
But you left me hanging dry because you took off in the car and I had to drive it all the way back with the steering wheel completely misaligned.
Look, it wasn't me. It was driving perfect until you got into it. Bruh. So it must have been you. You know what I mean? So we fixed the steering rod and the tie rack, or steering. What are we calling it?
Steering rack and tie rod.
Steering rack and tie rod. Okay, so we're fixed the steering rack and the tie rod. Everything is like electronic and functions off of like actuators and things like that in the Cybertruck. It's very different. There's not like as many mechanical pieces to the vehicle. So we fixed that. We've been driving it around. Thanks to my guys at Envision for kind of helping us out with that. And so we've been driving this thing around, but we're gonna swap it out today. Next in line right here, we've got, look, this is Supercar Rhonda's funny joke, okay? I spec'd custom plates, but she changed the plates. This is actually Tace's girlfriend, okay? So this is the car that the Tace's girlfriend plates go on because he is madly in love with this car. And honestly, he's probably the reason why I bought the car. So then we have my insane Resto Mod Mustang, okay? This thing is unbelievable, 650 naturally aspirated horsepower. It is the cleanest resto mod. DT Auto Brokers here in Salt Lake, Josh and his team, they're the ones that sourced this for us. Phenomenal vehicle. I really need to drive this more, but I haven't really gotten around to it. But this is here. I'm gonna have to put this up on a rack, I think, as we kind of make space. Because like if you actually stand here and look, like there's not a lot of room for anything else. And so we're gonna have to put lifts across the back of this warehouse to get everything in. This is Supercar Rhonda's Urus. We just put the summer wheels and tires back on the car. These are the stock wheels. I actually think these wheels are one of the very best in existence on any SUV. Like the Performante wheels on these things are beautiful, and I wasn't convinced we could actually improve on it. So we ran the Vossens all winter long with some dedicated snow tires. This is one of the best vehicles I think you can buy from a sport, from an everyday use perspective. I love the looks of it. I love the exposed carbon hood. It's just an amazing truck. Okay, so this is the bad boy, the newest car in the garage. This is my paint to sample GT3 RS. Somebody corrected me. I keep calling it Viola Metallica because that's what my salesman called it, ZA. But ZA doesn't know anything. He's only been selling Porsches for 45 years. So he called it Viola Metallica, and that's what I was calling it. Apparently it's Viola Metallic, no A. But the Metallica I like better because I like the band Metallica. So bite me. All right, let's go. We just had new tires. So this car has 350 miles on it. We managed to break it in properly. We just put new tires on the rear set here. And this car is super dirty. We got to get it cleaned. In fact, I think most of the collection is pretty dirty right now. When a car looks this good with every single panel open, you probably just park it and open up every panel. I mean, like it's really fun to drive. I think it's a very, it's a great performing vehicle. It sounds insane, but I think it looks every bit as good just parked here, opened up like this. I mean, the carbon pieces, the intakes, I mean, even the actuators like on the hood, like it's unbelievable the attention to detail and the quality of materials that go into a Pagani. Okay, so check this out, guys. These are dedicated winter tires. You guys see like the sipes and everything else. These are the winter tires that we've been running on the Pagani Huayra all winter long. You guys have seen some of my videos doing donuts and church parking lots and driving it through blizzards. These bad boys come off this week and we're putting summer tires back on. This is such a cool car. Look at this.
It's unbelievable. It's the craziest car.
Okay, this guy is gonna be going bye-bye fairly soon. This is an iconic D110, fully customized, fully built. It's been phenomenal. I've owned it for a number of years now. LS3 motor swap. It's all cleaned up. That's why we've got it under the cover at this point. I think we're gonna probably list it on Bring a Trailer or possibly trade it in on something else. So watch us. This guy is amazing, but we'll probably be going somewhere else relatively soon. So this is the funnest vehicle in the entire garage, okay? 1,500 horsepower in a Lamborghini Storado. Bruh. Look at the mud all over this car. I mean, look, we have not babied it, and this thing has not missed a single beat. It is phenomenal. Now, here's the question for you. What should we wrap it next? Because this was the winter camo. We're coming into spring and summer. I think we need to throw a new wrap on it. Tell me in the comments what you guys think we should do. So anyway, here's the Ferrari Roma. Hey, this might be my most collectible vehicle ever. And if you guys are like, where do I invest my money? Well, one, I'm not gonna tell you where to invest it, but two, I'm putting it in ultra limited specs on naturally aspirated V12 Lamborghinis, okay? LP640 Roadster in manual, 1 of 10 in the entire country. This thing is blue chip and I love it. And I'm gonna be driving this around a whole bunch this summer. The most fun you can have on 4 wheels is sitting under this car cover right now. Manual transmission, John Cooper Works, convertible Mini Cooper. It drives like it's on rails. It shoots flames out the back. The manual transmission is buttery smooth. I love me a good Mini Cooper, and this thing is a great Mini Cooper. I think this is 2011, and I think I have 6,000 miles on it.
It's pretty mint, dude.
It's freaking insane,
You do not find them
dude.
with that low mileage.
No, it's insane. I lent it to my brother-in-law for a weekend, and he destroyed the clutch, and that's the only thing that's gone bad with it. Rob, if you're watching this, yes, I'm blaming you for the clutch problem. So you guys, this is my Paul Walker M3. This will see probably track time and street time this year. It only has 15,000 miles on it. I sent it back to Enthusiast Auto Group. We cleaned up everything. This is, without a doubt, the cleanest E36 M3 lightweight on the face of planet Earth. It has gone through a complete, it didn't even need it, and I did it anyway, through a complete kind of rotisserie restoration with all new old stock parts. Anything that needed improving, we improved it. It was like a no expenses spared kind of thing. This is so clean, and this actually reminds me of my buddy Mark Atkinson, who recently passed away. Kind of a gut punch for all of us in the car and motorcycle community. Local Utah guy, he was a machinist, came up with what can only be described as the absolute sickest BMW motorcycle, kind of a resto mod. It traveled the world. He became kind of famous because of it. So to his kids, I'm so sorry to hear the passing of your father. When I look at this E36 M3, he was driving an E36 M3 the very first time I met him 22 years ago. So Mark, I love you, brother, and I'm devastated to hear of your passing. This is my 1972 280 SL. They call it the Pagoda. This is finished in this stunning green over tan interior. We spent a lot of time getting this thing up and running mechanically, like amazingly well. All new transmission, retuned the motor. This thing is mint and juicy and beautiful, and we love it. It's also kind of superfluous with a whole bunch of new cars we have. Supercar Rhonda doesn't like the smell of old cars. I'm not kidding. And that's what I strive to live like, is like smell like an old car. So this car, while we still own it, we'll probably drive it for a little bit more. We'll eventually go bye-bye from the garage. This van is in process right now. We are shooting for, I think, 600 horsepower, hopefully a little bit more. The entire motor has been built. We have new axles, we have new driveline, we have, what else do we have? New suspension, we have wheels and tires. We are waiting for the motor to come back. It has been blueprinted, sleeved, completely built top to bottom. This 4-cylinder turbocharged van, we are aiming for a 10-second quarter mile in this thing. This is actually one of the most exciting projects for me personally that we have going on right now. I am so stoked. As soon as we can, we're gonna get this thing on the road. I would love to rent out the Vegas Motor Speedway and throw down some fast passes on it. This is my epically sick Can-Am Outlander. If I had to sell all the cars, I had to sell kind of everything, and I had to only keep one thing, I think that thing is sitting behind me right now. This is my Mercedes camper Sprinter van. This thing has been completely outfitted. You could live in it. It has a shower, bathroom, 5 beds in it. Like, we can literally sleep my entire family in this vehicle. We've also lifted it. We've put a bunch of off-road accessories on it. We have this pop-top tent thing up on top of it. It is phenomenal. I even have heated floors in this thing. We have Wi-Fi. We're currently installing Starlink to make sure that we have internet access anywhere we go in the entire world. I have taken this to so many different places across the Western United States. I use it for hunting purposes. I use it for camping. We're gonna be down in Zion's National Park in 3 weeks. Like, this is where we're gonna spend 4 or 5 days in. It is phenomenal. I would keep this above anything else. We have something, I'll have to count them up. I think there's probably 25 or 30 vehicles in this space right now. We have completely run out of space, and I just barely bought this warehouse. So what we're gonna be doing is installing lifts kind of all along the back over here in the corner, because I've gotta maximize space and I've gotta clean this thing up. So we're gonna include you guys as we go through and kind of try to design this to make sure it looks a little bit more showroomy and less like a used car lot. All right, guys, look, the Cybertruck's kind of fun to drive around and everything, but it does not make noises like this. Did you hear that backfire?
Oh yeah.
This is a stock Lamborghini Urus, dude. It's insane. I wonder if the camera picked any of that out.
I think it did.
I think it did.
It's like
It's like, this is the opposite of a Cybertruck, honestly.